Hi, welcome to Painted for Life. I know I'm wearing a lot of red today. I don't know what happened this morning, but anyway, today it's a Tom Ford day, and today we're talking cheek colour, and I don't know if you can tell, but I'm wearing two different cheek colours. And it's because I've got two colours from the collection that I want to share with you. And to be honest, this is the video that I wish somebody on YouTube had done before I went out and bought the colours that I've got. I don't regret buying the colours at all, but having looked at the Tom Ford counter on several occasions, I really wanted to understand the difference between the two shades that I've got. I've got Ravish and Savage, but I think that there are not enough women of colour doing Tom Ford cheek colour videos. So this video really is for me, but it's also for anybody else out there who, like me, was thinking about investing in a Tom Ford cheek colour and wasn't quite sure which colour to choose. This is Ravish, which is shade number 5. It's the shade that I'm wearing here. And it's the pretty tone. So it is kind of pinky, peachy, rosy, terracotta-y. That sounds really odd, but because of the way that Tom Ford products are formulated, as I move, you'll probably be able to see and pick up each of these tones, and in different light, it looks slightly different. On my other cheek, this is Savage. This is the one that I'm wearing on this side. The bronzy golden tone. So as you can see, I wear this one quite a lot, and it's the shade that I wear if I'm just running to the petrol station or to the supermarket. It's the shade that I wear if I think that I've just had the flu or I don't feel well. My hay fever's playing up and I want to look a bit brighter, but I don't want to play with colour. Ravish is the colour that I would wear if I wanted to look pretty, if I was going to work, if I was going on a date with the mister, those kinds of things. So I'm going to hold up the two shades together so that you can see. So this is Ravish and Savage, or Ravish and Savage. So they are quite different. I think when you go to a counter in your local department store, if you see this range here, because the lighting in department stores generally is so terrible, it's very difficult to see the difference in the two colours. But actually when you get them close up, they are quite different, and they're absolutely not, Savage is absolutely not a bronzer on me. It's much more of a golden, lit from within. I wouldn't call it a highlight. I would go slightly lighter for a highlight, and also slightly less dense in pigment, I would say. Much more of a golden tone. And so if you're someone that doesn't wear blusher or doesn't really wear coloured blusher, Savage is a great option. Ravish, I think if you are a blusher aficionado and you know what you're doing with colour on your cheeks, this is the one to go for. 8 grams of product. So that's a huge amount. So you really need to love the colour that you're going to invest in. The other thing about these blushes is that they are super pigmented. So it's not like dealing with any other blusher that you've dealt with. It's not even like dealing with a NARS blush or anything like that. The tiniest amount on the brush will give you a huge amount of colour. So it takes a bit of a while to become accustomed to that. My favourite brush for applying these colours with is strangely not a blusher brush. It is this brush. This is the Louise Young, love Louise Young brushes. This is the Louise Young LY20 brush, the Superfan brush. The reason that I love this brush is because you can just apply a small amount here and then apply it in the shape that you want. Because I've got a round face, I like quite a high angular stripe on my face, and I find that this brush, as well as being super soft, you can pick up the smallest amount and it applies it in just the right place, and then you can blend it in as you need to. So I would say get a fluffy brush, not a densely packed brush, but one where the bristles are, there's a bit of air between them so that you can really blend it beautifully. But no regrets about these two blushes. I use them interchangeably. I use them together. I don't normally wear one on one side and one on the other side, but I can wear them together, and I do. And as usual, they are gorgeous Tom Ford quality. The packaging is amazing. I've already talked about that on the channel, and I will probably continue to talk about Tom Ford. If you are not a blusher person, Tom Ford is not the place to start with blusher, but just because you get so much product. But if you love a cheek colour, if you are someone who's very minimal with your makeup and tends to wear the same colour blush all year round, or you have 2 blushes, one summer, one spring summer, one autumn winter, then I think that a Tom Ford blush it's an amazing way to start, especially if you're a fan of the brand. The other thing to say about both of these colours is that they also work beautifully as eyeshadow, and on my minimal makeup days I've been known to wear Savage on the eyes and Ravish on the cheeks, or vice versa, or even just Savage on eyes and cheeks. A little touch down the nose, a little bit on the Cupid's bow. It's brilliant. I love it. It can also go along the collarbone. Savage is it's not so much colour, it's more luminescence. Let me know if you have tried any of the Tom Ford cheek colours or blushes as they're known with any other brand. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.